Good day, my fellow Jamaicans. Today we come together in observance of Labor Day 2025 under the theme, Protect the Environment, Our Land, Our Duty, Our Future. We must do so as one people, with one purpose, as this is a theme that should resonate deeply with us all. We know that this island on which we live, the rivers that flow through our valleys, the mountains that rise above our cities and towns, and the seas that surround us are not just beautiful scenery, they are our birthright, the foundation of our future, and our responsibility to protect and preserve for generations to come. This year's slogan, Jamaica Nice, Protect with Paradise, is a rallying cry that reminds us that our beautiful country is a gift from God that we cannot take for granted. Labor Day is a time when we roll up our sleeves and come together as one nation in the spirit of service. This year, that spirit requires us to dedicate our efforts to protecting our natural environment, the very air we breathe, the forests, rivers, beaches, coral reefs and other marine ecosystems, the aquifers underground that collect and store our water resources, and the unique, precious biodiversity that is truly irreplaceable. Jamaica Nice, Protect with Paradise reminds us that our island is a national treasure and a global gem. But it is also vulnerable. It demands our diligent and watchful care. We each have a responsibility to preserve it so that it's not irretrievably lost, so that generations to come don't look back and say, we let them down. Labor Day has been a time of national unity where we work together for the betterment of our communities. Today, that call to action demands that we face the daunting realities of environmental degradation amidst an unfolding climate crisis. The climate crisis is not distant. It's not a speculative threat. It's becoming our lived reality. Changing weather patterns that produce more extreme rainfall, droughts, warming temperatures, flooding, and rising sea levels. They're already affecting our way of life, our economy, our health, and our food security. And while Jamaica's greenhouse gas emissions are relatively insignificant in global terms, we are among the most vulnerable to the effects of climate change that are being generated in this interconnected world. That is why we must demand that the world takes bold action for climate justice and for the survival and sustainability of particularly vulnerable islands like ours. We must recognize that climate justice has become a fundamental element of social justice. The poorest and most vulnerable in our society are often the hardest hit by the effects of environmental degradation. When communities lack proper drainage, when deforestation leads to landslides, when pollution fouls our water, it is those among us who are on the margins of survival who suffer first and suffer most. Let us demonstrate to our children the value of environmental stewardship. Our children must be taught in schools not just to love this land, but to understand how to nurture and care for it. These practices must become part of our culture if we are to successfully combat the threats that we are currently facing. Let us lead by example, reducing waste, conserving water, recycling where we can, and treating our surroundings with respect. This is how we will build a culture of sustainability that is rooted in our love for our country. As leader of the opposition, I have consistently called for Jamaica's Environmental Protection Agency, NEPA, to be autonomous, robust, and independent, for stronger environmental policies and penalties for environmental offenses, for greater investment in renewable energy, including policies that use renewable energy in the strategy for regularizing those of us who are not lawful customers of the electricity provider, and for climate-resilient infrastructure. But policy alone is not sufficient. We must act, not only in the interests of the environment, but to meet the demands of equity and fairness in our society. So today, as thousands of Jamaicans paint our schools, clean gullies, plant trees, restore playgrounds, and beautify public spaces across our country, I salute you. You are doing the work of nation building, work that improves the physical environment and uplifts the spirit of unity and purpose that is the foundation of Jamaica's greatness. Each such act of service is a step towards a cleaner, safer, and more beautiful Jamaica. And in the end, we must remember this land is our home and our heritage. Only we can preserve its beauty, its bounty, and its balance. This is why, on Labor Day 2025, we recommit ourselves to the mission of environmental protection, not just as a project for today, but as a lifelong responsibility. Jamaica Nice, yes? Let us keep it that way. Protect our paradise. Protect our land. Secure our future. Walk good. May God bless and keep you, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love. Thank you.